Hello everyone, hope you're right. Today I came to the Trentham Home and Garden Center to see what's available in autumn. So you can see the hanging baskets here. They have cyclamens in them, and these are two for 25 pounds. One is for 18 pounds. Quite big baskets with cyclamens and pansies and violas with some grasses as well. Beautiful combinations. There are some small window planters with beautiful ferns and hebes and cyclamens and pansies and violas. Looking so beautiful, vibrant colors. And here you can see the arrangement they have done for the festive season. This container is like very big bowl container. This is on either side of the entrance, and they have planted it with conifers and pansies and violas, and this unplanter caught my eye. It is so beautiful. I really liked it. It was so sturdy and big, and you can see the benches and the big baskets. These baskets are bigger than the others. These are expensive as well. This is one for 25 pounds, I think. These have cordylines in the middle and lots of autumn interest. Oh, this is 50 pounds. Quite big basket. These are medium sized. This is for 40 pounds. Still expensive, but these are so beautiful. You can see all the collection of planters they have got, composts as well. So there are lots of containers as well, basket containers and boxes. 20 pounds for this small basket of beautiful plants. You can give them as a gift to someone, or you can treat yourself. Cyclamens look so adorable this time of year with their vibrant colors, reds and pinks. I have some in my back garden. When I moved into this house, they were already growing at the corner and they were naturalizing there so beautifully. So I moved them from there to another place, and now they are coming back in that place as well as the place where I moved them. So beautiful. So these are bigger containers, contemporary style containers with beautiful hebes and cyclamens, pansies and violas, ivies in them, and this is for 20 pounds each, but I think they have got them on offer. So these give you really good inspiration how you can plant your own baskets and containers. You can see this is 15 pounds each, and now they are on offer, so they are for 10 pounds. Now I have come inside the center, and they have got a whole section of house plants, and they are so beautiful and arranged so well. You can see the containers underneath the tables. Beautiful collection of containers, contemporary style and modern style, and cottage style. Every kind of container is available, but they are expensive too. And you can see this arrangement up there. They have hung so many beautiful house plants to give you ideas, and this stream is my favorite. They have got this in the middle to basically separate the entrance from the exit, and they have got these beautiful fig plants in the flowing water, and this was so beautiful. It had so many figs on it, and there was another one further down. So many beautiful house plants with broader leaves, with narrow leaves, ferns and orchids, lilies, you name it. All kind of house plants there are. Palm trees in small containers as well as in big containers. So these small container ones are 3 for 9 pounds. These small ones. And this one in the corner is so beautiful and big. Must be really expensive. I couldn't find the tag on it, but it is so well grown. And these terrariums, this is for 22 pounds. Really beautiful statement feature. You can put them as a focal piece in your living room or your reception room, and they will immediately catch the eye of visitors. And this gazebo with lots of things in it. These plants with their beautiful foliage. This is for £8. Look at the color and texture. This is for £5. Not very expensive. I liked it. I bought this flamingo plant last year, but after I bought it, I put it in my house and it did not thrive. Actually, all the flowers died, and since then it has really struggled. So I had moved it from place to place to see which location it would like, but so far it's not doing good. But look at these things. They have huge leaves. So a lot of house plants to choose from. And now I have come to the actual garden center, which is outdoors. So they have a covered area where they display the bedding plants or the plants of the season, and they have this beautiful circular arrangement of cyclamens and conifers, and you can see the view. So on my right side they have got herbs and veggies. On my left side they have got all the bedding plants. So mostly violas, pansies, cyclamens and primroses are in the season now. In fall, autumn, you can plant these bedding plants in containers or in ground for beautiful colors, but they don't flower as profusely as they do in spring. So primroses are for £5 each. So lots of herbs as well, like lavender and rosemary, oregano or oregano, thyme, coriander, mint, you name it. All kinds of herbs there. Smells so beautiful. And then all the heucheras you can see. And these are wallflowers, 3 for £10. So you can plant them now and they will flower in spring. And you can see all the veggies here. So these are cabbages and lettuces and broccoli, etc. So 2 for £10 if you like to grow your own autumn veggies. Beautiful cat sitting there, how cute. So full trays of lavender plants. Of course they flower in summer, but they are evergreen, so you can still plant them and they will look good, and they will get the time to establish, and then they will flower in summer. I couldn't find the price on them. So pansies and violas, 3 for £12. So they arrange all the plants so beautifully. So they have dedicated corners for some plants, and then they also intermix them to give you ideas, and they have got big plants in the containers to show you how you can grow in containers if you don't have ground space. So like they have mixed trays as well, like these. So like 6 different plants in one tray, so you can buy the whole tray. I couldn't find the price on it. It would be, I think, £20 something. Yeah, it's on this side. Yeah, it's £15, so cheaper than I thought. And you can see there are hibis in it and lots of colors and textures, so you can just grab the whole tray and plant your garden. I really like the combinations. So normally we don't visit garden centers in autumn thinking like it's the end of the season now, so what's the point of going there. But if you visit the garden center at this time, like on autumn and in winter, it gives you more ideas how you can do the year-round gardening. So look at these beautiful plants. They are evergreens. Look at the colors and textures, and they're like dual colored leaves. This is a standard tree in the container, and it was really expensive. So basically just with foliage you can bring so much interest to your garden. Like you have needle like foliage, euphorbia, so beautiful. I want one of this in my garden. It was for £13. And this one Couldn't read the name. I keep forgetting the names of these plants. Cordylines with their red needle shaped leaves, they were 30% off. So when you visit the garden center in autumn and in winter, you can choose so many colors and textures from evergreen plants that will look beautiful throughout the year. Viburnum here, all budded up, ready to flower, and the foliage is so vibrant green. It was for 20 pounds. Not very expensive looking at the size of the plant. So the bigger the container, bigger will be the price. And you can see schemias there. This standard tree with beautiful white berries on it. You can read the name here. And you can see the red berries. Look at these hellebores, so beautiful. They flower in autumn and winter. I'm looking to buy one of this, but the bigger ones were expensive and the small ones were all white, so I wanted some on pinkish side. So this tray was for 20 pounds, so there were 6 in there, and this one plant is for 17 pounds. Of course, if you plant the bigger container, the plant is already established, so you will have to wait less for them to get established and look beautiful in your garden, but you will have to pay a little bit extra for all the time and effort the garden center did to grow these plants for you. So you can see the moms here, they were not looking so good. In fact, they were on discount, £1 each, but they were not in good condition. Some were still looking really beautiful and good. This was also on discount. And you can see lots of garden supplies and garden ornaments, bird feeders, so many things to choose from for your garden. Containers, the plastic ones and the clay ones, primroses, primulas. So even if you don't want to buy any plants, I think it's still worth to visit the garden centers in these colder, gloomy months just to freshen up yourselves. So you can see these beautiful plants. Look at this olive tree. This is so big and it has olives on it. They were like nice and plump. I think they could be eaten. And there are other berry plants in tree form. And you can just take one and put it in a beautiful container and they will look so beautiful. But they are expensive for me. I want one of these for my garden. Maybe more than one. When I can afford to buy these. So these are 2 for 80 pounds. And lots of conifers there. Heathers, conifers, look so beautiful in winter months. And they have got this bridge lined up with all beautiful fall colors. Look at the colors. Isn't it just worth to visit the garden center to look at these beautiful plants and you haven't got anything to pay? This is palm tree. I have got one in my garden already planted and this is so expensive, 400 something, and mine is bigger than this. So I'm so thankful to person who planted that palm tree in my garden and it is now beautifully established, so beautiful, worth thousands of pounds. So many helleborus again. Rhododendrons, now they are on offer, £10, otherwise £20. They bloom beautifully in spring and they are evergreen, so lots of interest there. Camellias as well, they are also evergreen and they bloom in spring, so once established they look so beautiful in your garden. And these are climbers, the berry plants. Echinaceas were on offer, 30% off. I bought 2 echinaceas earlier in the year, so I didn't need one at this time, but you can see how big and established they are, so they are on 30% off, so £10 something for one plant. Schemias again, £20 for this size of the plant. I have got 2 schemias in my garden. Again, I'm so thankful to the one who planted it. And I found these ones again in the garden center area, and you can see the price £200, but they were so beautiful. If I could afford one of this for my garden. So lots of evergreen plants, lots of fall color, lots of fall interest, flowers. 2 for £20 for these shrubs. These are big shrubs. Clematis were on offer too. Lots of varieties of clematis. If you come in spring and summer, they are so big and beautiful with all those big flowers. But now you can't see anything, but they are still, you know, worth the price, £10 at this time of year. And you can see all these big plants in the containers, and climbers they have already trained on trellises. 2 for £15 for these perennial plants. Anemones are still in flower, so another great plant for autumn color. I need to buy anemones for my garden. These are Japanese anemones. They bloom in autumn and look so beautiful. Look at these flowers. Aren't they so gorgeous? So this is for £13 for one plant, but they are nice and established. Lots of grasses. You can see the colors: blue, copper, yellowish green, and so many colors. So beautiful. I'm not big fan of grasses, but I couldn't stop myself from admiring them. These are Nepetas. This was just the right day to visit the garden center because it was so foggy and cold, and all these plants, you know, uplifted my soul. These are jasmines, already trained, big and beautiful, and so expensive. I planted one 2 years ago and it is doing well now, and I hope it will look so beautiful. Look at the weather. You can't see far enough, but what you can see is so beautiful. This is another jasmine plant, already trained on a big beautiful trellis. So this is for £375. These are evergreen climbers. Some of them are clematis and some are other plants like honeysuckles, Russian flower. There weren't many people in the garden center because I went quite early in the morning after dropping my kids to the school. I ran straight to the garden center because I was planning for many days, but so many things were coming up and I couldn't go. And I was so glad that I finally made it. All the roses in this section, of course you can't see much at this time of year, but there are pictures and there are names to give you idea what you can expect in summer. So these are some of the charity roses for £26 something. These are all the David Austin roses, and you can't go without a David Austin rose in your garden. £30 each. The name is just the guarantee for itself. Beautifully arranged rose plants. They are climbers. So the climbing roses are 2 for £35. So these will be expensive in the season. Like if you come in spring or summer, these will be much more expensive than this time of year. So it is a good time to go and grab these beauties like roses and clematis and summer flowering perennials, because they are much cheaper at this time of year, and they will be established if you plant them now, and they will bloom beautifully coming next spring or summer. And all these garden sheds, garden buildings there. So it's a good morning walk, I guess, in the garden center. It's a big garden center, and they have a huge range of plants. They are a bit expensive, but their plants are so well taken care of that if you buy even a plant on discount, they won't die on you. I have personal experience with them. Look at these hukras. They are so beautiful. Like if you come in spring or summer, there won't be any empty spot. Like all these spaces you can see, these are empty now, but in spring or summer this is all full. And look at these hukras. Aren't they just so beautiful? And you can just plant a hukra garden, I guess, with so many colors and leaves and textures. So they have got this beautiful circular section of evergreen plants where they have arranged them so beautifully, and always come to the end of the garden center just to admire this section. Look at the colors and textures and shapes. And all these topiaries, they are so expensive. I want to buy one of those, the branched ones. They are just so beautiful statement plants. Ilex crenata. I was looking for the price tag. So yeah, this is the price, £899. So beautiful, marvelous. These are hedging plants, laurels, conifers, etc. Wall colors you can see, and that beautiful cottage hidden behind these beautifully colored fall plants. This is just so breathtaking. And there were some plants on sale, discount, because they were not in so good condition, so they were on reductions. So many plants to choose from. So I bought an aster plant for my garden. This was for £3. The original price is £10, so isn't it a good deal? So I hope you enjoy touring around the garden center with me. Please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel. Press the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my gardening videos. Thank you very much for watching today. See you next time. Bye.